Hey, welcome back. Thanks for being here today. You know, at this point in the world today, we have people of all ages that are using computers and smartphones. You know, not big news or anything, but not all are 100% comfortable with the technology. If your client is over 50 years old, it's possible that he or she may struggle with everything that a smartphone or computer will do, and will sometimes get frustrated if you try to push the technology that they're not familiar with. You may see that they have a computer or a smartphone, but don't assume that they're experts with it. On the other end of the spectrum, there will be people born into the technology that are totally comfortable with the uses of the smartphone and the computer, maybe more so than yourself. The point is, it's best to ask the client of yours what type of communication they're most comfortable with. This will save a ton of issues with miscommunications. Ask them how they would like to receive communications from you. They want to hear from you by phone, by text, by email. And if they say fax, oh my God, you're in trouble, right? It's your responsibility to make the client as comfortable as possible communicating with you. And honestly, it may not be the best thing for you sometimes, you know. Older clients still prefer a phone call. Now, personally, I prefer a text or email so I don't have to talk on the darn phone to communicate. That way I get my work done and then get back to them as soon as I can. Thing is, if they're not comfortable communicating with me on their level, they could very realistically use someone else that will. It's my job to find out where they will most likely get my communications. And how do you do that? You ask. It's very likely that your initial communications will be by phone. You know, they'll be calling from an ad with your phone number on it. From there, you need to ask the question, Mr. Client, Mrs. Client, what is the best way to communicate with you? This is another part of House Call Pro that I love. I can keep all the details of each client's needs and wants all in my phone. If you haven't heard me talk about it, House Call Pro, it's a field service app that runs your business all from the palm of your hand. It's like your GPS, your file cabinet, your bookkeeper, client management and schedule. You keep your material lists and notes all in one place. File pictures of the job, details that in that specific client's file. The list goes on. Anyway, back to communicating with your client. I want to tell you about one of my students. He texts with his clients 90% of the time. Yeah, he gets initial phone calls from his ads and his handyman business, but from there, it's pretty much texts. He does live in an area mostly tech-type people, and so they're clients. Clients are hip to the text thing as normal. He texts his clients when he's coming over to the house or office to work. He texts them when he's done. He texts them when there's a problem, and he texts them as they get paid. You know, I was pretty impressed with that. Of course, not everyone's like him. The texts are convenient and proper a lot of the times, but I do like the personal communication with my clients, especially initially. Anyway, it is how the clients prefer to do business with you that's most important, and up to you to find out what it is. Let me know how you best communicate with your clients and what experience you've had with this issue. Hey, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate your time as always. Let me know how I can help you in any way. Sorry, my throat is just killing me. Just reach out to me at scott@contractpreneur.com and I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot. You take care. Bye now.